Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. 5 Black American towns hidden under lakes and ultimately from history books. Shout out to Amber Ruffin in a video clip that has now gone viral. Ruffin kicked off by segment of her Amber Ruffin show by introducing viewers to historically Black American towns that have been destroyed and buried by a lake or natural park. They are often referred to as drowned towns. We've often talked about Lake Lanier, but sadly there's plenty more where that came from. Here are 5 you should know about. Oscarville, Georgia. Lake Lanier is a popular weekend destination known for fishing, boating, and so much more, including an eerie reputation that has deemed it as haunted in Georgia. But one lesser known fact is the lake sits on top of the black town Oscarville. Oscarville was burnt down in 1912 and more than 1,000 residents were forced to flee following the allegations of rape. Rob Edwards was arrested in September 1912 along with Ernest Knox and Oscar Daniel, both teenagers all accused of raping and murdering a young white woman named Mae Crow. Edwards was dragged out of jail, beaten with a crowbar, and then lynched from a telephone pole. Daniel and Knox went to trial and were found guilty on the same day. The boys were sentenced to death by hanging. After the trials and executions, white men known as night riders forced black families out of their homes by bringing their land, churches, and schools out of their homes by burning their land, churches, and schools. Once black families fled, Lake Lanier was built on top of what was burnt down. Cowaliga, Benson, Alabama. Turns out Alabama's Lake Martin is built on the previous majority black town of Cowaliga. It is home to the first black-owned railroad started by William E. Benson and the black school Cowaliga Academic and Industrial Institute. William is the son of John Benson, who was enslaved and then freed. He went on a journey to rescue his sister in Florida, who was separated during slavery, and they made their way back to Alabama. John purchased thousands of acres of land sold to black families where he formed a community. William helped his dad expand the family business. After William's death and the closing of the school, Cowaliga was destroyed to make room for Lake Martin. Seneca Village in New York City. Seneca Village began in 1825 and at its peak spanned from 82nd Street to 89th Street along what is now the western edge of Central Park in New York City. By the 1840s, half of the African Americans who lived there owned their own property, a rate 5 times higher than the city average as reported in Timeline. In 1857, Seneca Village was torn down for the construction of Central Park. The only thing that remains is a commemorative plaque dedicated in 2001 to the lost village. Susanna, Alabama. Susanna was also flooded by Lake Martin. According to Alabama Living, more than 900 bodies were moved from cemeteries before the land was submerged. The town once included a gold mine, a school, 2 mercantile, a grist mill, a flour mill, a sawmill, a blacksmith shop, and a church. Vanport, Oregon. In the 1940s, Vanport was the center of a booming shipyard industry because of World War II and quickly became the second largest city in the state. But as World War II saw white males drafted to serve overseas, a labor shortage pulled in a great migration of blacks from the South. With soldiers being drafted overseas to fight in the war, Oregon saw a labor shortage. This resulted in a great migration of Black Americans from the South. These new workers needed places to live as the Albina neighborhood was the only place where black people could live legally. It became too small for the growing population of Black Americans, and Vanport was built as a temporary housing solution. At its peak, 40,000 residents or 40% were African American, but then in 1948, massive flooding erupted in the neighborhood and city officials didn't warn residents of the dangerously high water levels. Many didn't evacuate in time. The town was wiped out within a day. 18,500 families were displaced, more than a third Black American. Today, that area is known as Delta Park. And you can find this on the Amber Ruffin show. Okay. Now, the reason I read this article is basically to let you know is that black people have got to get out of this mind state of you need a job and you need to do this. No, You need to create your own jobs, create your own business. You know, that's what that's what we need to do. And we have a lot of fake church people who talk about, oh well, I love to help black people. We're for the community, but then when a black person who you want to come stay with you and help you out, it's like, oh no, I don't trust that person. We always have that mindset in our head that we can't trust one another. But I just read 5 towns, and it's more than just 5 towns, by the way, that was ravaged and destroyed by whites. Whites have always been the killers. They've always been the murderers, and they've always wanted to keep us under their thumb. They are blatant racists. Nowadays, they don't want to be blatant racists. They basically just want to be how do I say? They don't want to be blatant racists. They want to be systematic racists. They want to basically tell you that, oh, we're not doing this, but then by action and by paperwork, they screw you by putting these laws and things in place to keep you down and making you look stupid. And see, we used to go fight a lot of these things that they were doing. We used to go fight a lot of these bills that were being passed, but we don't do that, you know. But like I said, my page may get taken down, you all. If it does, I will create another page. They will not stop us. They will not stop us from doing what we have to do. I still will call it Welcome to HDTV. It'll just be spelled a different way. They're not going to stop the revolution. They're not going to stop us from giving you guys the truth. But I did this video. I was going to do it anyway, but I didn't have a chance to because of all this crap. I'm appealing all this stuff. Now they done age restricted my video. How you gonna age restrict my video when I already put on the video that it's for people over 18? So now they want to restrict it due to ads and all that stuff. Well, that's fine. I'm still gonna leave I'm gonna leave the content up there, YouTube. I really don't care anymore. You know, I'm going to keep going after you guys because you guys have wrongfully messed with my page. You wrongfully messed with it and you're messing it up. Now they're talking about 18 plus only. Okay, but why is the video age restricted when I already put in there 18 and older? Now they're talking about, oh, ads can't be played for it. Why? Why is that, YouTube? Then I just put out another video. Don't believe me, just watch. See, that video's taking off. See, what they think they're going to do is keep my videos down. Even though I only got 40, 50, sometimes 70, sometimes 100 views. I have other videos where I have had over 7,000, almost 10,000 views. I have. And they've been slowing me down ever since because I've been speaking nothing but positivity and telling the truth about things. But see, when you talk about them, they get a problem. They get upset about it. But I made this video here to let black people know that we are our own. We could create our own stuff. The thing is, pink folk have come and destroyed it and tore it down when we've created our own stuff. So stop listening to people tell you that we haven't tried. We have tried. But these pink folk don't want us to make it without them because you know why? We're more prosperous without them, and they hate that. You know, they're like that jealous kid who always see the other kid flourishing, doing something in like an art class or in violin class or something, and they hate because they want what they have, but they don't have it. They don't know how to create anything. Have you noticed the structure that the Americans or Greeks have made? They've all stolen it from Africans or the Hebrew Israelite infrastructure. Have y'all noticed that? They've stolen it from brothers, blacks that have created their own infrastructure. They've stolen it from that because they have no creativity. They're objective learners. They're not subjective learners. They can't create they can't create something out of nothing. Us, we're very subjective. That's why we flourish in English classes and everything. because we know how to put words together. We know how to learn how to read. We know how to read, and we know how to put things together. We know how to create stories. That's why we're some of the best writers. We're some of the best creators ever in history. But they don't want you to know that, because they don't want you to get the idea that we're more powerful than what we're giving off. So I don't know how long my page is going to last. They're probably going to try to find another video where they come back and haunt me to say I did this and that, but I don't care. I'm going to keep giving you guys the truth. Please spread the videos to everybody, man. If you spread the videos to everybody, yo, I'm telling you, man, it will be a movement. People will love it. People will continuously try to come and say what up to it. And you know, we have people who subscribe to the channel who got over 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, some over 100,000, 200,000, because the truth is truth. People will support you if you're giving that real. But if you're giving that bullshit and you trying to be something you're not, then yeah, that's how it is. Exactly. You know, just reading the comments from the Don't Believe Me, Just Watch video. Thank you, Bradley Stanley. Thank you, Lobo. Man, shout out to you, Lobo, man, because you always catch every video I do. You and Terrell Hubbard, man. I'm going to make you guys some moderators. I'm going to make you a moderator, Terrell, because you always, man, you always at the pages. Not saying nobody else be there, but Terrell there every day, man. Like Terrell be on Twitter. He everywhere. I be like, man, dog. I be like, man, my boy be on everything. You know. And Lobo, I'm subscribed to you, Lobo. I didn't know you do music, Lobo. Hey man, if you make beats, man, let me know. Like send that to me, my G. You know what I'm saying? Send that to me and everything, bro, so I can so we can start collabing, my G. You know, man, you good peoples, man. Respect everything about you, man. But yeah, we putting in work today, man. They basically trying to just keep the boy channel down, man. That's what they want to do, but they're gonna have to fight. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you all for listening, and thank you guys for the support. We are out. Deezy.